Southern Charm New Orleans is back, baby, and things are heating up. Tamica and Reagan, is their friendship on the rocks? Plus, Reagan's got a new boo. And we're going to talk about John and Jeff's bromance. Plus, we have special segments and gossip and news. It's all coming up. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, go, buzzing, here we go. Let's get it.
Shimmy. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for coming back and joining us on season 2 of Southern Charm New Orleans. I am your host, Elle Marie, and we have a new panel this season, and I will let everyone introduce themselves.
Hey guys, I am Ashley Marie.
And I'm Katie Thompson. Hello, everybody.
We got that Marie thing going on.
Yes.
That's like everyone's middle name, but it's
I know,
fine.
right?
We're going to rock with it.
I feel so left out. My middle name's not.
The millennial life.
Right. Okay, guys. So like we said, we have some special segments coming up this episode, which will be our Charm of the Week. So if you guys want to tune in and check us out and also let us know your Charm of the Week. And we got news and gossip, like I said. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. What were you guys' overall thoughts? So we're covering, before I get into that, we're covering 2 episodes. The first episode, Back in the Big Easy, and then the second episode about Jules and Juju.
Yes.
So what were you guys' overall thoughts?
I thought that it was pretty wild. It was definitely centered on Reagan and Jeff.
Yeah.
They are the hot topic of the season 2, I would say, at least for the first and second episode. I'd like to see more from Justin and Kelsey. I want to see what's going to happen with them. I do have some concerns. And I want to see what's up with Tamica and Barry.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's some issues that may have been brewing under the surface that we didn't necessarily know about. So I'm interested to see what's going on. And I want to see what's up with John. John seems to just be dating John.
Yeah.
John is into himself.
His outfits.
There's nothing wrong with that.
How are you?
I know. He's hot. John is hot. So I'm really interested to see what's up with John.
Right.
How did you feel about him coming into that pool party in a fur jacket, though?
He's a bit professional. I mean, but it's like, I know you're hot and you're going to pass out, but I can give you CPR and help you. So I liked it.
It's an advantage,
So
really.
you were encouraging the heat exhaustion.
Yeah. Because I can save
For personal reasons, right?
This second episode had me like clutching my non-existent pearls. Like I was like, every single time, and Tamica, is she drinking on that haterade? She took a second glass.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm positive, I've changed, and all she's done is talk crap about her best friend in these 2 episodes. Like, sorry, I'm on her name. Who's the cute blonde girl? Reagan. She literally called her best friend, and then she goes off and just starts talking crap about her. I'm like, what's going on?
It's a weird situation there. So we can go ahead and get into that because, so the first episode, it kicks off with kind of Raven and Tamica sitting down talking, and they're talking about Reagan's situation.
Right.
And Tamica feels a little left out because it's like, I am your best friend. I should know what's going on with you. Like, she didn't really know the divorce was finalized. And just a lot of things she felt like she didn't know that Reagan should be sharing with her.
Right.
And then it just definitely, like, all came to a head at the pool party. What did you guys think about that situation?
I thought Tamica was being a little selfish. I understood that she felt like, hey, I feel like Reagan and I have this strong relationship, this strong best friend dynamic. And I would expect for her to come to me and kind of confide in me about this huge life-changing event, i.e. her divorce. And that didn't happen. So I think she was disappointed. I do see that side of it. But I also think that Tamica could have took it up a notch and kind of just understood where Reagan was probably coming from. She is accustomed to Jeff. They wanted to get through their separation and their divorce the way that they wanted to get through it. And you just have to support your friend and love her through that no matter what.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was serious enough for her to get that upset about it. This is not a moment where it's about you.
Right.
Tamica, it's about Reagan and it's about Jeff. So just love her through the process and just be supportive. Yeah.
If I knew that my best friend was going to take everything that I said when I'm being vulnerable and then go to somebody else and talk crap about it and say that I'm living in La La Land and I have no idea what's going on, girl, I'm not going to come to you. I'm not going to call you. Like, I feel like she might know what she's getting from that. So when things got really serious, she, well, well just dove into another relationship, but isn't going to go to her because maybe she's a little bit negative.
Yeah. I can see both sides a little bit because just from a personal perspective, like when I've had a really bad relationship in the past, and I wasn't ready to kind of really talk about it, and one of my friends even called me secretive. But it was like I wasn't at the point to really kind of share, and it was like, oh yeah, everything's still good. So sometimes I think people have to realize, like you said, like don't be selfish. It's not about Tamica.
Right.
Let her come to that in her own time. It's not about you. Don't be offended and take it personal.
Right.
Because it's not about your friendship. Reagan is just taking that moment for herself, and she's really trying to figure it out. And then, like she said, like right now, they are good now. And so I think for Tamica, if you're a true friend, just be there when the other shoe drops, because it's gonna drop. You know what I mean? Like you said, maybe she is living in La La Land, but let her live that right now, and you just be there to pick her up when she falls out. Right.
But then to play the daughter card, to be like, how dare you say that I was separated in front of my daughter, who's absolutely nowhere near us and not listening and in the pool. Like, I don't understand why she brought that up and then continued to, like, with my daughter there, who doesn't know.
Honestly, I think the problem was that she brought it up in front of Kelsey.
Yeah.
Because that was really the thing. Because
I don't like her.
There's that beef between Tamica and Kelsey. Well,
so.
It just seems really to be between Tamica and Tamica.
Yeah, really.
Kelsey doesn't seem to have a problem. She's in her own world. Yeah. She's like, okay, whatever.
Her own struggles.
Yeah. So I think Tamica, she turned that entire moment into Tamica's moment.
Yeah.
And it really should have just been having a conversation with your girlfriends and just leave it surface and leave it alone. Yeah. Reagan, I don't think meant anything malicious by bringing up the separation between Tamica and Barry.
Yeah.
So understand that, and let's not be a drama queen.
Right.
Let's just move on.
Talk about it like adults. Because I think like all Tamica kind of had to do was like walk away from it if you want to walk away from that moment. That's fine, and let Reagan know, like, I don't really rock with Kelsey like that. So I don't want her to know my personal intimate business.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? So next time, like if we're around her, keep quiet about my personal business. You know what I mean? So, and I think that was all that was needed, was that conversation. But she just completely blew up. And maybe we'll see as the season goes if there was an underlining issue there. Because usually if people blow up over small things, it's like there was something else that was bothering
deeper.
them. Yeah, it's like it's deeper than that.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with Tamica.
Yeah. Do you guys think her daughter even heard anything?
No. Her daughter was living her best life in the pool.
Yeah.
She was having the best time, not worried about mom's conversation with her girlfriends. Like she's swimming, she's floating, chilling.
Yeah.
I didn't see what the problem was.
Yeah.
And it's funny how the camera showed her daughter and she was totally not focused on them. So I think that was another moment that Tamica made it about her.
Yeah, she loves to do that.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, she's a big fan of that.
Yeah.
And I think Reagan kind of wanted things to seem smooth and easy.
Because that's her.
Because that's her, and also because she knew that she had a new boo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Before we get deep into that topic, though, let's get a message from our network.
Yes. Oh my goodness, let's do it. So before we move on to our next topic, we just want to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. But for us to continue, we need your help. So you know what you're going to do? You can go to iTunes. You're going to hit 5 stars, but then you're going to give a comment and like put a little emoji. Like make it sassy. Make it like the girl dancing. Let's do it fun. But thank you so much for listening, and we love you. And thank you so much for being a part of us and supporting what we do and what we love.
Yes.
Thank you guys. And hopefully you guys jump in the chat. We'll pull it up next week. We have like short time tonight, so we'll pull it up next week. But hopefully we'll see you guys in the chat.
We'll definitely shout you out if you do that.
Yes. Okay, so Reagan's new boo.
Ooh. Reese.
That was kind of fast.
Kind of.
Yeah. So
it's like, that's an understatement.
So before it was revealed that Reese was actually from the past, he's a past boo. I was thinking like, geez, she sure did move on fast.
Yeah.
So was she dating him while she was still with Jeff? But it was revealed that he was an ex-boyfriend, right? So that made sense for you to go back to kind of what you know.
I mean,
you know?
Still quick though when the ink isn't even dry on your divorce.
The part where I was like, was when she was like, yeah, I mean, Jeff left me one night, so I called him, and then we got really drunk, and then we made out, but then I got engaged the next day.
That was a shocker.
Yeah.
That was a pearl clutching moment.
I was like, what? What?
Yeah.
Like, she's just bouncing
all
over the place.
All over the place. Now, to her credit, she was very young at the time. She was in her early 20s. True. Those things happen. You bounce around a little bit.
Yeah.
So I didn't hold that against her. I just think that Reese is an interesting character. He was very candid about his gambling problem. I also thought it was interesting that Reese and Reagan were actually having drinks with one another, and Reese gave him a kiss and leaned in and said, "I love you," and his response was, "Love you." To me, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
when someone says, "I love you," and your response is, "Love you,"
and then to order a double shot.
It's not reciprocating the same energy.
Yeah,
it's not reciprocating the same energy. So that was concerning to me. Like, okay, I don't know about this Reese character, but we'll see. That's my thought.
I thought like maybe he was doing the gambling thing like as a joke at first, or like this is something that has happened in the past, so I want to get it out now to avoid like a Thomas Ravenel situation. But it's like he makes me go, huh? Like I'm like, Like I'm not too crazy about Jeff, but to get like the Dorito comment was really funny. The Cool Ranch
that
Dorito.
John made.
Yes, that's very very true.
Yes.
Or he's just like a baguette. Like he's just like he's nothing. Like what? And his personality is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Little strange.
We'll get to see more of him, I guess, throughout the season.
Yeah.
So maybe we can. Maybe our opinion will change, or maybe not. Maybe it's like
maybe
this is what
not.
you get.
We shall see. We shall see.
But what did you guys think about Jeff's reaction to Reese?
I think he did pretty good.
I think he did well. He tried to get through that the best way he knew how. He was like, let me knock a few back and get through this moment. But I thought it was noble of him that he showed up to her store opening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, when do you see that happening? Exes supporting one another. So I thought that was just love.
You know, them ending the relationship. Exactly. That was a good thing. And congrats to Reagan for opening a shop, because I think the jewelry was just online at first.
Yes.
So congrats for her for that.
And it's in the mall.
And it's in a mall.
Which is awesome.
And she just graduated law school as well.
She's doing it.
Studying to take the bar. So yes, Miss Queen, you are doing it.
I gotta say though, if I'm like at this party and I'm trying to get over everything that's happening with my ex-wife and the boyfriend, if my friend comes up to me and tells me that he's really worried I'm gonna commit suicide and I haven't even done anything, I'm gonna be like, what? Like that was I was like, what?
When Justin,
bro? I'm like, Justin, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why?
True.
Like,
Like,
he's getting emotional and it's a cute moment, but at the same time, it didn't seem warranted for that
it
moment.
wasn't the place for him to say that.
No.
But from Jeff's past behaviors, I could see why he would think that.
Right.
But it wasn't the moment to maybe say it.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, maybe Jeff wasn't even thinking it. Now you put it in his head.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he's honest and open about the fact that he did suffer from depression a lot.
Right.
You know, we saw a little bit of it last season. He kind of had like a little bit of a breakdown. So we know he's not in the best place, but he's working on it. So yeah, you're at the whole party, and he's like, you see him trying to do well, just be a friend.
It's such a big
and be there for him.
Pump him up more.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that moment spoke to maybe some of Justin's unresolved issues regarding his friends committing suicide, because it sounds like he had a couple friends that committed suicide and he hasn't maybe dealt with that fully. So I think that that was fear being brought up, because he's thinking, oh my God,
maybe
am I going to lose?
Save,
exactly.
Save.
Right.
So I think that we can attribute it to unresolved
look at it from a different point, from
grieving.
his point.
So I think he meant well.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty funny with like production when they were going back and forth between Jeff and Reese. And Reese is like, I think we could be friends. Yeah. And Jeff's like, no, we're not friends. Like, he's probably rooting for me. He's like, and he won the Super Bowl. It's like, production, you guys are so messy. But it was cute.
That was super messy.
And then when Reese was like, I feel like we both feel the same. You know what, Reese? I don't think you do. You are dating his ex-wife. I don't think y'all feel the same at all.
He's not feeling you. He's not feeling you at all.
No.
That's not going to happen.
Nope.
I did think it was great timing, if I can just say this. I did think it was great timing that John kind of stepped in and helped to build up Jeff's confidence with the makeover.
The makeover.
He looks amazing. The haircut, the earrings, the ears pierced. He looks so good. And when he walked into the pool party with the robe and nothing on underneath, I was here for all of that.
Like Jeff
I
2.0.
loved it. Yes.
I liked it. I felt like it wasn't. I was expecting something drastic. I guess maybe when John mentioned like the dark hair,
Yeah,
or things
I
like
was
that. So I
ready.
was ready for like a new Jeff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was still a new Jeff because his attitude is different
Yeah.
and it's better, it's lighter. You know, his energy is good. So I think that was nice. But let's talk about John and Jeff's romance.
Yes,
They've
oh my
gotten
God.
closer over this time.
The FaceTime in the bath.
In the
And he's got his
bathtub.
sunglasses on. He's like, you know not to call me. This line is only for ladies. And it's like, what are you even doing? I love it so much.
Oh my gosh, I love John. He is my favorite. Like, if you guys like catch some of our after shows from last season,
Yes.
Maite and myself, we were fawning over John, like drooling over him. Like, oh,
He's
John.
yummy.
He's
John
so
is yummy. He takes very good care of himself. And I love the fact that he just was supportive and loving to Jeff
Right.
because he really needed that in
Yeah,
that
he did.
moment. And he did it in a fun way. You know, it wasn't just heavy and serious. He just stepped in like, we going to make you fly,
Right,
basically.
yeah, and
you
it
know?
wasn't overpowering. It was like, I've been wanting to do this. Now's the time.
Yeah.
You're back out in the market. Let's get it. Let's
I
get you
loved
together.
it.
I think
Kudos
we'll
to
see
John.
more of them, you know, hanging out and doing
Yeah,
more
I think
stuff.
so
And I'm here
too.
for it.
Yeah, and I think that'll be good for Jeff, especially like to have a wingman like John. Like he's still out there. He's good with the ladies.
Right.
And Jeff's gonna need that because when you've been in relationships for like a long time, you get a little rusty when it comes to dating and everything. And
Of course.
dating in today's age.
Right. Now, I will say John comes off as a bit of a playboy.
Oh yeah.
Right, obviously. But I think Jeff is secure in himself to where he's not going to take on all of John's characteristics,
Right. Yeah.
So I think that
hope not.
I don't get playboy vibes from Jeff.
No.
We don't know what his personality is going to be as a single man yet. He may not know yet.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be a good guy.
Yeah, I think so. So I think he'll still keep it. He's, experienced enough to know when, like, okay, John, this is too much. You know what I mean? Of you.
Yeah.
Like I still need to kind of like take a step back and be me.
Be myself.
So yeah, I think he can find that balance. I think he'll be fine. Yeah. I just want to touch on before we go to our special segments and news on Kelsey and Justin for like a little bit.
Okay.
So we're seeing like they're making a little bit of progress. They finally moved into their home. But it's like there's still no talks of marriage. Especially from Justin's point of view. He's like, well, I gave her a house and a closet.
And a dog.
And the dog.
She good.
Don't forget the dog.
She's good.
Like, no.
No, it's not the
Not
same.
enough.
Does
Yeah.
he really want to marry her? Like, I don't understand.
I'm starting to, like, not, I don't think so.
Is he maybe afraid of it? Does he maybe have parents who got divorced at a young age?
I
or
think
like,
his parents are still together.
well,
and
then what is going on?
he just has a fear. Like, Tamica said, like, Justin has had, like, a lot of girlfriends.
300 girlfriends.
Yeah. And so she just feels like, okay,
Kelsey's just one of them.
Yeah.
Have they
But
been
biding
together
her
for a
time
minute?
and then, like, 2 years.
Oh, I
But
thought it was
Justin,
longer.
Yeah, right. So I kind of, so that's why I feel like it might be over with because
Okay.
it's only 2 years. That is kind of a decent amount of time, but it's
Right.
also not long enough to feel like, oh, he's here. You
Right.
know, he's just taking his time. Like,
Yeah.
you might be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Listen, but Justin feels like he's showing Kelsey that he is invested in the relationship. He gave her an entire room as a closet. These were his words. And he let her decorate the house and renovate the house the way she wanted it.
Her house.
Her house. And that's my concern. I'm glad you brought that up. Because my thing with Kelsey, she may have just been playing. But if you want to marry this man, you saying that this is my house, to me, that is like a turnoff. You know, like that could potentially kind of turn him off and leave a bad taste in his mouth. Like, hold on, this is our house.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, is this a sign of things to come? Are you going to be selfish if we get into this marriage? Is
Yeah.
it going to be just about you? And to me, 2 years, it is a good amount of time to date somebody, but it's still not, it's not long enough to really see all of their characteristics,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I think Kelsey might want to chill on that my house.
Yeah.
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 Or
Lingo.
maybe she's doing the my house is like, if you don't get your crap together, this is going to be my house because I'm going
Yeah.
to kick you out of it. Like maybe it's one of those
I don't know if
situations.
she can do that because that was his house
Yeah, that
before.
was-
It was his family's house. So
That's true.
She's really
I
only
don't think-
claiming it. He
yeah.
has all the legal claim to the house.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, but what I was going to say is it could backfire on her because, with them like playing house, what, the older people like to say.
Let's play. house.
And she's calling it hers. He might feel like she's comfortable enough with what they have.
Yeah.
She's calling it her house and we're good and he won't move forward.
Yeah.
So it could backfire in that way too.
And Kelsey might want to put the pressure on him. Justin is stringing her along,
Oh,
so
yeah.
to
He
speak.
Is.
because he knows he can. Kelsey's a sweet girl. She's probably not putting the pressure on him, but if she puts the pressure on him, I'm sure he'll put a ring on it.
Maybe so. Yeah. She nags at him a little bit, but it's not that like,
no, it's
don't
not
believe
intense.
I will leave. I will leave you. It's like he doesn't feel that. He's like, you're gonna be here.
No.
And if she does leave, she got that new rocking body to take with wherever she goes.
So that's a plus.
Yes.
So you're not gaining the relationship weight. So, well, you did, but you got it off. So that's a good thing.
Stay away from the ice cream.
Ice cream. So
yes.
Oh my God.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our special segments.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
So we have our, I like that.
Ooh,
our charm of the week.
Yes. So we are just going to like pick our most charming or our favorite of the week.
Right.
So who goes first? Should I go? Do y'all go? You go first.
No,
oh, me?
you
You?
go.
Oh, me?
You, me,
So,
everybody.
I am going to have to give this one to John.
Ooh.
Just those outfits, you know, that charming moment of the shorts and the fur at the same time, and the more than 4 diamond necklaces that he wore with the cheetah print shirt.
More than
with
4.
2 buttons that were done. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and charm John.
Okay.
He's blinged out. He was
And
blinged
I like
out.
that charm.
Charmed
I'm
up.
gonna
Yeah.
do that too.
Little charm. Bling. Yeah.
I am going to give my charm of the week to Jeff because I felt like he handled Reagan walking into her store opening with Reese like a charm, like a gem.
Yeah.
He literally handled that so graciously. No drama, just peace and love and support he extended to Reagan. And who can be mad at that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was very impressed with
He
Jeff.
was
Big
a
up to you,
gem.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Right.
No.
That wouldn't have been me.
He was like, let me just knock him back. Let me just knock him back.
And even though with knocking them back stayed, you know, his composure was well.
I was worried.
Yeah, if you get drunk, then things can go crazy.
You know,
so,
the emotions
exactly.
come out.
Right?
Yeah.
My charm of the week would actually be Reagan. I was gushing over her a little while ago, but just because, like, from the first season, just seeing her accomplish everything that she wanted to. So, and then she walked in there like a boss, even though that guy was on her arm, but whatever. You know, like the suit she had on and the white. Like, I just loved it, and I just love how she is, like, achieving everything she wanted to achieve, and she's really doing that. So that's my charm of the week.
Shout out to Reagan.
Yes.
Boss moves.
Right?
Boss babe, for
Boss
sure.
babe. I like that. All right, so we got some news and gossip we're going to get into as well.
Exactly. Ooh. All right, you guys. Speaking of Reagan, we want to send her a huge congratulations. She took to her Instagram on May 25th to announce that she is married and expecting a baby girl with none other than Reese. Hello.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's actually describing these new developments in her life to people, and she stated that this is my second chance at love, at being happy, having a stable marriage, and at having a family.
Yeah.
So, although we felt a little weird about Reese, we can't be mad at this. This girl is glowing.
Yeah, look at her.
She's thriving. She's happy. Shout out to Reagan and Reese. R&R, double R. And check out that baby bump. She wears it well.
Yeah.
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant. Pregnant. She's ready to drop that baby.
Oh, poor Jeff.
Wow. Look at, I'm just like, that was so fast. But,
real fast.
But, you know, like she said, she was putting on a show. The marriage between her and Jeff wasn't great. So I guess, you know, when you get into something that's better, you light up. Your body is different, so you're able to, you know,
and I feel like
I don't want to be super specific, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it just,
and I feel like with Reagan and Reese, I feel like there's this childlike energy that I think that she's liking that.
Yeah,
she's thriving in that.
And like we said, since we know it was he's a past love, it was something familiar to her.
Exactly,
as well, so.
exactly.
So happy for her.
That is what we have in news this week, ladies. And that was a big bombshell.
She should have heard me when she told me. I literally was like, whoa.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Because I saw the post, but I didn't read the whole thing, so I saw the post, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant. But then today I found out that she was married.
Yeah. It's real.
The engagement photos are in front of a horse.
Ooh. Yeah.
Just letting you know.
That's a lot. All right. I'm trying to take it all in.
Now they're about to be a family of 4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Reagan, Reese, and the horse and the baby.
And the horse. You guys say your prayers for Jeff.
Yes.
There's no shade to Jeff, but that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
You know, your ex-wife is already married with a baby. Like, that's a lot.
I think he's good.
I wouldn't do well.
Right. And I'm like, I'm like
he's
Tamica at this point. Like, don't live in La La Land. Like, that's not an easy thing to get over. Like, So I don't know. I think he might be okay.
I think, yeah, he's probably
But
okay.
not good.
Or maybe he's got something else on his arm that we don't know about that's just fantastic. Because he was
probably
very
does.
relieved when the relationship was over.
Probably
So,
does.
you
But
know?
in true fashion of a man, he might have someone in his bed, but that's not, she's not in his heart.
Right.
Oh, you might be in the bed, but you're not in my heart.
Tagline of the day.
Let's get into some predictions for next episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right.
So
I think Tamica will pour herself a really big glass of haterade for sure, and she'll take a few sips and she'll say something about something.
She'll
So-
admit to the haterade.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And then she'll talk about what a positive mom she is and how great she's becoming, and then she'll do something else that's gonna
Yeah.
rally up the whole season.
And that's something else. I think she's going to possibly expose Reagan's pregnancy. Because
Yes.
as far as the show is concerned, they don't know she's pregnant yet. And Tamica's picked up on the fact that Reagan's not really drinking.
She's not
Yeah.
drinking.
So she said it's like, is she pregnant? So I think next week, Tamica
she's gonna drop the bomb.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They had
that's
that, like,
messy.
Fake smile back and forth to each other where she
Right?
was like, I'm not drinking, and she was like, I know you're pregnant, and I was like, this is awkward. Somebody get
right.
break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
I think that's gonna happen too.
Yeah.
This is my prediction / hope.
Okay.
I am hoping that Justin puts a ring on it for Kelsey. I don't know if it'll happen
Kelsey's hoping
next
that too.
episode, but I'm hoping that we see that happen this season.
Yeah, this season. Okay, yeah. I actually would,
Yours?
because it's like, and they're of a certain age. Don't waste that girl's time.
No,
You know
don't
what I
do that
mean?
for her.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope, you know what, I hope they just progress, period. And if it's not an engagement, then they may have to go their separate ways.
Right.
So I just hope there's progression in their relationship
Mm-hmm.
this season.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I guess we'll wait till next week to see if some of these predictions come true, and then you guys will have to follow us along all season to see if all of our predictions come true.
Yes.
But once again, guys, I am Elle Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Elle Marie TV.
Yes, you guys, and I'm Ashley Marie, and you can find me on Instagram at Ms. Ashley Marie. That's MIZZ Ashley Marie.
And I'm Katie Thompson. You can follow me everywhere at Little Baby Kates, and make sure to check out my podcast. See you next Tuesday. I'm going to be talking about Star Wars Land at Disneyland this week, so check it out.
Make sure you guys check her out.
Check it out.
Check us out next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.